Welcome to the scale model shed. This isn't to do with the ORCA, but it's a little spin-off from the ORCA. I had good feedback on the last video that went into resin 3D printing. I think a few of you were quite surprised that it was a liquid resin that I use. So I just thought to do a little short video just explaining what it is, how it works, because I think most of you look at 3D printing as being from the spools, which you can get. That's a different way of doing it. Just like it's like a long wire of melt that melts layer by layer. That prints in a totally different way and does give you slight lines on the print. This way, it doesn't. Okay. The first thing is the printer itself cost me about £200. It is expensive, but for what I've used it for, I've had it 2 years now. It's been absolutely brilliant. I use, as I say, it's a make called Any Cubic, and this is the resin. This is the it looks like an advert, a commercial, doesn't it? Hey, buy Any Cubic resin. Anyway, this is the resin I use. You can all sorts of resins out there. This is a water wash resin, not as nasty as some of the ones you can get, and that comes in a kilogram bottle. You can hear it's liquid in there. That'll last me probably 6 months, unless I'm printing a lot, i.e. at the moment, so of course I am. So that's that. This is I'll show you the printer. So as you can see, this is the 3D printer. The resin itself hardens through UV light, hence the yellow cover, some of orange, red covers. Stops UV light getting to the print. So you couldn't do this in a kitchen or a room that does get a lot of UV light. I think you'd struggle. Anyway, what happens is this print's complete now. So I'll just show you again what's what. So coming to the end of the print, I tend to just switch the machine off and plug out the memory stick. This has got the pattern on that's printed from. So I'll take that out, I'll use that again. Take the lid off, literally just come straight off. Unscrew that plate, remember the plate we spoke about? Now this has been printed overnight, so I know a lot of the resin has dripped off. Still smells a bit, it's not very pleasant. Don't get any on your skin. You shouldn't be what I'm doing. I'm doing it with bare hands. I shouldn't be. In fact, let me put a pair of gloves on, because I've had this stuff drop on my skin before now. And what happens is, you don't realise, you rub your eyes, rub your nose, whatever, and it's on your skin. And the second you get out in that UV light, it burns, quite literally burns. And I've had it, it's horrible. So, anyway, most of the drips have come off this now. That's the print, if you can see it, okay. But this is, I think, the cupboards or something for the interior of the ORCA. These pieces, these are supports. Without these, when it's printing, the whole thing would collapse. They're really necessary. What I haven't shown you is how to get it ready for printing. I might do another video on that one, but for the time being, that's it. I'll now take it into the light. Even though it's late afternoon, everything's switched off. I'm lazy. I'm a very lazy printer. I'll be honest with you, I am very, very lazy. I will leave this resin in that vat, believe it or not, all winter. I haven't changed that vat for 2 years. We've had temperatures of -10 in this garage shed, and that resin, you know, hasn't deteriorated. All I do is keep topping it up, and this is the result. I'm sure one day that'll bite me, but for the time being, that's what I do. I don't think there's anything else to explain, really. As I say, always wear gloves. Don't get those, no matter how weak the resin appears. If that gets on your skin, that will burn really well. Can't emphasise that enough. The smell, even though it might be subtle, will make you feel sick after a while. Always do it in the ventilated area, and use that for your ultraviolet. Don't go buying these drying things. You can buy a drying machine for 200 quid. Well, if you want to buy it, but the best ultraviolet you can get, even in the late winter sun. So there we go. Hope you found that useful. Any questions, drop us a message, drop us a line, and please. Okay, take care guys, bye bye. Hello, welcome back to part 12, I think, of building the ORCA, the boat from Jaws. Today's the 22nd of November. I'm not far now, to be honest. Got a few little tweaks to the electrics to do, just looking at it now. What I'm going to do is just show you a little walk around of the boat and show you what I've been up to. Okay, see you soon. Okay, to start with, there's the living quarters. The 3D prints have been done, they've been painted. Got a couple of little bits to still go in there. There's going to be maps and books and bottles and glasses there. So that's all going to be done. That can lift out as one piece. Going to the back, we've got the lower deck, the deck that lowers. The ladders will be up there on the roof when the roof goes on. This actually comes out as one piece. So the deck comes out and there's all the electrics inside. So I need to organise that, but basically that goes back in. There we go, we've got the back done. We've got the name on the back. At long last, we've got the name on the back. Still got a little bit of painting on the deck to do. The front part is drying as we speak. I've spent a few hours this week actually doing the frames around the windows. You can see on that side as well. Portholes are made out of washers. I don't know how close you can see, but you can see the detail on that. This, as you know, is for the mast. Okay, so bottom dowel for the mast, not quite. It's 9mm dowel, and that's a 10mm gap, but it doesn't quite. It's stiff. Anyway, just to give you an idea of how tall the mast is going to be, it's probably going to be about 2/3 that height. So we're probably looking about here for the mast. So it's going to be a high one. There's a little bit to go. This is gluing as we speak. This is the walkway at the front. That's going to have brass railings along the side. So that's where we're up to. We've got just the glazing in. a bit more painting, a bit more 3D printing. So that's what we've been doing this week. Don't forget to give me a like. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.
In the water, you go in the water, sharks in the water. Our shark.
Tell them about the swimmers.
A shark is attracted to the exact kind of splashing and activity that occurs whenever human beings go in swimming. You cannot avoid it.